Sir,
Goodness me.
tell me why you're filming a police station
I'm
now
just
before
gathering-
I lose my temper.
Why would you do?
Hi guys, what's going on? It's the Big Man Auditing Show, and we're the only show that audits auditing the auditors. Or somewhere around like that. Today we're going to be looking at AB in Solihull, and it don't get off to a great start, if I'm perfectly honest. Let's take a look. I'm going to find the play button.
Yo! Hi everyone, this is AB. I'm outside here, Solihull police station. Yeah, doesn't look like there's a lot of activity going on here. But as I arrived here, I noticed there is a Home Office just next door. That's interesting.
Okay, so just quickly, I'll interlude here. So he goes over, speaks to a guy at the Home Office. He says, oh my God, they're just tearing all the buildings down. He said, it's such a shame. Nice bit of interaction. And now he's walked back to the police station.
Hey, la polizia. Yeah. So that's the station. Maybe we should ask these officers why is it being demolished. Hey guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
What's he doing, sir?
Are you filming?
Yeah, just
Why are
filming.
you filming?
Why?
Just filming.
Okay, I'm going to need your details then, sir, because you're filming.
Right, okay. So let's look at the situation here. AB is filming from a public place or somewhere that is publicly accessible. Under Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act 1972, he is able to walk onto the property. It is a police station. It is a public building. There are yellow lines on the ground which confirm that it's council land who police the yellow lines. He's been approached by a police officer, and two PCSOs. Okay? Instantly, when he said he's recording, demanding details with no requirement by law.
Police station.
You can't just film.
Don't come too close, is, you know.
Some identification on you, sir.
You want my ID?
Yes, please.
Seriously?
Yes, please, sir. You're filming a police station.
Okay.
Potentially an act of hostile terrorism.
No.
Well, it's really interesting. Hostile terrorism. What's that? Isn't all terrorism hostile? I think he means hostile reconnaissance, but he doesn't actually work that out for for quite a considerable amount of time.
Well, you just ask me. Just ask me.
I have just asked you. What's your ID?
But you don't give me a chance to answer. Come on, hostile straight away. Why?
Why are you filming a police station?
Oh, I just don't answer you. I'll tell you.
Answer me then.
All right, but calm down.
Answer the question, sir.
Okay, I will answer you the question, but be nice.
Answer the question then.
No, be nice. Answer the question, please.
Sir,
Goodness me.
tell me why you're filming a police station
I'm
now
just
before
gathering-
I lose my temper.
Really? Oh, really? You're going to lose your temper. Okay, so let's start with that, shall we? Now, that is considered a physical threat, okay? Or at least an emotional threat, which actually, to the law, and I think just searching from memory, Section 39 of the Criminal Justice Act of 1988 is classed as common assault. And I'll read you that. Common assault is an offence under UK law contrary to Section 39 of the Criminal Justice Act of 1988. It's a type of offence that can be tried summarily by a magistrate's court, right? Okay. But it actually occurs when an individual or individuals is purposely inflict unlawful or reckless force on another individual or individuals, causing them harm. The official legal definition of an assault states it requires conduct which causes the victim to be subject of the immediate application of unlawful force upon him or her. It is often associated with violent or aggressive physical behaviour, but a fear of apprehension of possible violence may suffice. A common assault offence may be committed using a minimal level of force. For example, an unlawful touching may suffice to establish the offence has taken place. And the punishment? 6 months in prison. Let's see what happens.
Why would you lose your temper?
I've asked you 3 times now to explain, and all you keep saying is,
Tell him not to
well,
lose his
explain
temper.
yourself. 3 times I've asked you to explain, and 3 times you've told me to ask again. So explain why you're filming the police station.
I'm gathering matters of public interest.
And what about?
What are they? Matters of public interest.
Explain yourself
Like
better.
public
sir.
building, right? Public building, right?
It is not normal for people to walk around filming police stations with a cine camera and their phone.
The city camera?
Camcorder.
Oh,
Cine
camera recorder.
Excuse
Yeah.
my age.
That's okay.
Explain yourself better.
I've explained to you, I'm gathering matters of public interest.
You're about this far from me seizing your phone and locking you up under the Terrorism Act.
Why?
Very interesting. Another threat. Locking him up under the Terrorism Act. You can't just say that. Okay, what section of the Act and what's your reasonable suspicion? You have to be reasonably suspect to it. Okay, and it's more and more threats. So what it looks like to me is this officer here is literally bullying. He is assuming that AB doesn't know his rights, doesn't know what he's legally allowed to do, and he's some average Joe from Idaho, although we're not in America, who is just simply being there to be awkward.
Identification, please, sir.
Seriously?
Why are you looking at me? Listen to my colleague.
I want some identification, please, sir. I need to know who you are.
The only ID I have is this one. You want ID?
Identification.
ID? You want it?
What's your name?
So
Do you want my ID?
Listen to my colleague.
So what is your name?
Okay, am I being detained?
Right now. I'm detaining under Terrorism Act for a search.
Okay.
so detained him under the Terrorism Act for a search. What section?
I'm not hostile, so just...
Hand me that.
don't need to
Thank you very
deny.
much.
Why? Can I
Right,
record
I've
myself?
explained several times why
I
I
record
would happy
myself?
with you walking onto police premises and filming a police
And I've
station and then
explained to you.
failing you haven't.
Yes, I did. I'm
You're filming
gathering
matters of public
matters
interest.
of
What
public
does that
interest.
mean?
Can I have my phone back?
Not now.
No, no.
So you explain and you give me some verifiable identification.
Are you denying me to record the situation?
I am
A
recording.
very
my body
interesting
cam.
bit of
My body cam's
blackmail
been
there.
on.
So
Yeah, my
you're
body
making
cam's
me
been
very
on
uncomfortable at the
consistent.
moment. Why are you filming a police station if you give me the details?
Okay, I'm explaining to you. But if you're not listening, then it's going to be very hard to explain.
Go on.
I am gathering footage of matters of public interest that are published online.
Okay.
This is a public...
So what other matters of public interest are you gathering?
police are public utilities, right? Okay, that's that. Police.
Okay, you can clearly hear AB explaining what he's doing. Okay, because the officer isn't getting the answers that he thinks he should hear, that's his problem. His perception of it is incorrect.
Recording about the
So your
police.
intention with this video is to put it online? So you filmed an operational police station?
Oh, yeah, we'll come out of that. First of all, I don't have to speak to your colleague. I don't have to.
You don't have to, no.
Yeah, you've already assaulted me.
You don't have
Already
to
assaulted me, detained me for no
your
reason.
behaviour is
So let's look at the situation here. So he's been assaulted, so he's put his hands on AB. Okay, he snatched his phone and other camera equipment out of his hands in a completely unlawful manner in front of at least 3 other officers and 3 or 4 PCSOs. And nobody has done anything about that assault. If it was the other way round and it was AB who put his hands on the officer, I wonder what the response would have been.
very strange. You are
It
making
doesn't matter.
me very
Strange is not a
suspicious.
crime.
It will be when I've looked it up. Now, bear with me.
All right.
Okay,
Do you want
so
me
he
to talk
doesn't
to you?
know he's having to look
Okay,
at it.
can you make it clear? This is consensual at the moment.
You've just said
So I
something.
can leave anytime.
Oh, of course you can.
Perfect. Okay, what would you like to know?
So, what website is this footage being uploaded to?
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yes.
And is this for the public domain?
I might do. Am I not? I might do.
Okay.
I don't know.
Is this for the public domain of kind of people watching kind of engagements with police officers that you kind of see online?
It's matters of public interest. People are interested in this. I am reporting about it.
Yeah.
That's it. Your colleague just detained me under the Terrorism Act. He just put hands on me for no reason. Did you see that? And you didn't act.
Everything.
You did not act
Everything-
on his unlawful behavior.
Everything is on my body.
Yeah, and I will request that body, and I will request that, and we'll all end up on my channel, by the way. Did you know that?
Okay,
Well, you know that now.
Yeah.
What channel is that, sir?
None of your business.
It is
I will not speak to you anymore. I will remain silent to you. This is a right. I have the right to remain silent. We have rights in this country. You can't just put hands on me just like that.
Can I not?
No, you cannot. It's called an assault. You just put hands on me for no reason. You took my phone off me for
You're
no
being
reason.
invasive and you're not actually listening to what I'm saying.
I don't need to listen to what you say.
Is
Are you
it
my
reasonable-
father to
is
listen
it
to what you say?
reasonable for me to be concerned that you are filming an operational police station and then refusing to explain
You can
what
be
you're
concerned,
doing
but you can't touch me.
and refusing to give you a detail?
I don't have to give you my
think it's
details.
Reasonable for me
I
to
don't
be
have to.
concerned about that.
It's
And
a
you are
free
just
country.
Avoiding my questions. This can be easily
I
solved.
don't have to
if
answer.
you
I have the
fully
right to remain
explain
silent.
what you're doing.
Do I have the right to remain silent?
Just explain what you're doing and you
Listen
won't
to
have
this
an
guy.
issue.
Do I have the right to remain silent? Yes or no?
You're not under arrest, so it doesn't matter, and that's America.
But I still have. Yeah, I still have the right. America? We have the right to remain silent. Which police school did you come out from?
You do not have to say anything. It's not the right to remain silent.
Okay, so now Officer 1697 is splitting hairs, although he should have a bit of a shave. He's got a bit of a grey browny thing going on there. So, you know, at the end of the day, you have to be reasonably suspicious. They have to use reasonable suspicion. And he's explained that essentially he's done all but walk up to him saying, I am doing an audit, checking your behaviour. Okay, donut boy. It's just incredible how this guy behaves. Would you want this guy interrogating your child if they did something minor? Would you want this guy dealing with your child if they were frightened?
It's a different caution. That's
I don't have to answer your questions. You sound like I have to. Seriously, you need to go back to the police school that you came out from. You put hands on me. Why did you put hands on me? You took my camera off me. Why did you do that? Guy, don't I not have every right to get upset now? Why did he do that?
My colleague did inform that I think he detained under the terrorism.
But why?
Like I said, my colleague was.
All right, the Terrorism Act. Which section? He doesn't know.
My colleague was the one that detained.
Hey, which section did you detain me under? Mister? I'm gonna ask you. Which section did you detain me under? Can I ask you which section did you detain me under?
Just tell me your name. Just
Can
tell
I
me your
ask you which section did you detain me under?
Sir, you're not making any sense. I have explained to you why I was...
Please don't approach me because you're a violent person.
I have
Which
explained to
which
you.
section? He
I've
doesn't know.
explained to you why I'm concerned. You're not explaining to me why you're filming an operational police.
He doesn't know which section he detained me under. Would you like me to tell you which
Why are you
section?
filming an operational police station?
Why am I filming? Because this is public property. It's paid by the public. I am a member of the public.
Why?
Let me finish.
What is your intention
I will
of
answer
doing?
you the question. I will member the public. Anytime I choose to come and video it, I will. How about that?
There's such a thing as hostile...
Don't come close to me.
there such a thing
This
as
is not hostile.
reconnaissance.
The only hostile...
Now that's interesting. It's taken him all this time to realise that there's no such thing as hostile terrorism. All terrorism is hostile. What a moron. Hostile reconnaissance. Okay, so I think even if you look at a couple of the PCSOs in the background, they're sort of grinning about the fact he's bollocksed it up.
person is you.
There's such a
You
thing-
came out with hostility. It was unbelievable. You should be... No. This should be, hi sir, how are you? How can I help you? Instead, you give me all this. Don't come close to me. Don't come close to me. Don't come close to me. Stop coming close to me. Why are you coming so close?
It's interesting to see... Oh no, he's
What, are
thrown
they your
through.
premises now?
They are police premises. Off. Onto the public road.
Are they your premises? This is public property, man.
It's not public property. This is property of West Indies
Look,
Police.
are you gonna learn to
Onto the
do
public
this?
street, please.
Are you going to learn? Are you going to learn to do this?
Onto the public street, please. What?
Okay, so notice the yellow lines. Okay, that's normally a good indication of what is public property and, of course, council land. Police officers can't enforce double yellow lines. Okay, they really can't, unless, of course, you're blocking someone in or something like that, obstruction. Now, double yellow lines are enforced by civil enforcement officers that are working for or on behalf of a council. Now, in order for a civil enforcement officer to actually operate there, they would have to be able to have access. Okay, and Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act of 1972 is somewhere that you can get public access to, either paid for or free entry, during normal times. That's public accessible as all of that. He is entitled to A, be on, and B, film on. And also, if he's told he's not and he's asked to leave, that is a civil matter. Trespass is a civil matter. It is not a criminal matter.
I can come in. I can. I can. It's open for business. It's open for business. Stop coming so close to me.
So I can verify who you are and allay my suspicions.
I don't care about your suspicions. Stop coming so close to me, man. You're just a bully, man.
All I've done is walk towards
You're a
the
bully. I can walk in. This is open for public.
You can walk into the front office. You cannot walk up to that gate.
I didn't go behind the gate.
Go into the front office.
I go what I like. If you don't want me to go over there, lock it, just like you locked that one, well done. But I can go in there if I want to. You're just a bully, man. Why do you allow him to do this? Why do you allow him to do this? You can both speak up. Why is he doing this? You know it's wrong. I'm not having a go at you guys, but I'm having a go at him because he put hands on me, man.
So you can appreciate that there's such thing as hostile
I can.
reconnaissance, so
I can.
if we see somebody filming a police station,
Yes.
especially the
Ask me nicely,
Sure.
and I will explain it.
especially the restricted area, we've got
Yeah.
to ask questions as to why that person's filming.
Okay, sir, with all respect, I did not go behind that barrier, never went there. I
I'm not
was sitting
saying
in
you went
there.
behind the barrier, so I'm just saying.
I saw him come in out, I was going to ask him, yeah? Something. But he came so hostile, it was just unbelievable. He was hostile from the get-go. If he asked me nicely like you did, or if you want to ask me now, you can still ask me, I will talk to you. But I don't have to, but I will tell you. You know, I have nothing to hide here. Yeah? Anything else, if I'm not by law have to give you, I won't give you. Yeah, he asked for my ID, I don't have to give him my ID. You know, and maybe you used to work with people that don't know their rights. I know my rights and I will use them. So,
And that's the difference, guys. Really is. If you know what you're talking about and you watch the videos of these auditors, some are good guys, some are bad guys, some are criminals, okay? But you actually understand what your legal rights are. You do not have to talk to these officers. If they have a suspicion, they have to have reasonable suspicion. Simply standing outside of a police station filming is not reasonable suspicion. You have no rights to privacy in a public place. None. That includes dash cams. Car number plates, because you've got dash cams everywhere. The streets have got CCTV in. There's no way that you have a right to privacy in a public place. And of course, if it's open for public access, you can walk in. And there is nothing they can do about it. And even if they could, they still have no entitlement to your personal information.
oh. But he's done something wrong. You guys just sat there and watched. Why would you do that?
Like I said to you, sir.
No. Why would you do that?
Like I said to you, sir.
Go on.
You mentioned of what section he
He
detained you
didn't.
under.
He doesn't know.
Okay. And
He's an idiot.
And that officer was the one that detained you, okay?
But he doesn't even know what section he detained me under.
Me and my colleague came out several moments after and we could see the
Okay.
engagement occurring already.
Okay.
That's why we then came over to see what was happening.
All right.
You've been, like I say, you've been perfectly reasonable to me. And you've
I'm not violent, am I? No.
And you've explained the reasoning for what you were
Right.
doing. Okay,
Yes.
and you film it for YouTube.
Yeah.
I think, like my colleague just says, the hostile reconnaissance with the people's private cars and the police officers' own vehicles.
Yeah, but if I can see them, I can film them.
Okay, but like I said,
So it's quite interesting how people's own private cars and officers and all this nonsense. What can you get from somebody's number plate? In this country, all you can get is whether the car is taxed or MOT'd. And in America, if you don't know what an MOT is, it's a smog test, right? That's it. That's all that you can gather from that information. Now, police officers will use that and say, well, this hostile reconnaissance means that you may be able to follow me home. Why would we follow you home? Even Usain Bolt, the fastest man on the planet, can only run at 25 miles an hour. I'm pretty sure you go faster than that.
maybe that's the reason why.
Okay.
But I can't come to the assumption of why my colleague has came over to you and spoke to you in a manner that clearly
And he assaulted me. Did you see him touching me?
that clearly you're
Yeah.
not happy at. Okay, I can't answer them questions, can I?
Well, you should have a go at him.
Okay, I can't answer them questions, can I? okay, of someone else's mentality, the exact same as you couldn't answer questions for someone else's
That's fine.
mentality.
But what I'm trying to say to you, sir, as a police officer, if you see wrongdoing, whether he's a colleague or not, you should intervene. Do you understand? That guy put hands on me. That's an assault. If I put hands on this gentleman now, I'm sure you will put me under arrest. I am 100% sure. But why didn't he put him under arrest? Because he's your colleague?
Very good point. Very, very good point. An assault has taken place. We've proved that due to the law. And 3 officers and 4 or 5 PCSOs have stood around and done nothing. Now, I understand we're not talking about real physical aggression here. We're really not. But we are talking about a breach of the law. Common assault has been proven in this particular case, been caught on video, including the snatching of the camera, because he wouldn't provide his details for a lawful activity. And this is the problem. If the police are going to build boundaries, they have to act in an appropriate way.
As was said, I think he detained you
Under what? He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
I heard that and you were asking what section that you were detained.
Yeah, I've asked him many times. He still didn't tell me what. Why did he detain me?
Okay.
He detained me under which section? Which section did he detain me under, man? He still doesn't know. Look at his joker. Look, he's a joker. Which section, my friend? See? Nothing. You can't just come out and say terrorism act, terrorism act.
Like I said,
Yeah, I know. I keep talking to you, but look.
like I said, that's all I heard was a
Now he just told me to leave the... Why did he do that?
Again.
As you can clearly see, the double yellow line marks the easily public accessible area. There's no law that would mean I would have stood my ground, but I'm probably bigger than AB. 6'1", 300 pounds. I would have stood my ground and said, absolutely not. Publicly accessible under Criminal Justice Act 33, Criminal Justice Act 1972. I ain't going nowhere, mofo.
I can't come to the assumptions of someone else's actions, can I? Neither could you, sir, if you totally understand.
I need to take this phone call.
Yeah.
I hope this police station is going to be knocked down. Is that true?
I'm not too sure.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, the chap at the Home Office was telling me, he said...
Yeah, we're hoping not.
He said, is it the people are fighting to keep it, or you guys,
they
or
are, yeah.
it's the people? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Why is it? Why are they trying to bring it down anyway? Cost.
Not sure, to be fair, not sure.
Okay.
It's interesting, all those officers there. And now they're going.
I need a sergeant.
Stay on the pavement, please.
I need to see a sergeant.
Yes.
I am on the pavement.
Just a second.
Yeah, just stay away from me, man.
Pass that line.
Just stay away from me, man.
Off police property.
Why have you come so close? Stay away from me, man. I don't care if you're happy, man.
Thank you very much.
What's wrong with you? Look at this guy.
See the double yellows on the floor? It's just a joke. It's just a common bullying tactic.
He thinks he has the power of the
He's
police
lost
station.
control. He has to try and enforce his control over AB, and it's just not going to happen.
Oh, Sergeant. Thank you for coming. All right, Sergeant. No, whatever we do, I'm sorry. You did. All right. Okay. This is.
filming as well,
Thank you for filming. I appreciate that very much. Okay, this is police ground. I have the right to be here.
Okay.
Okay. So please tell this guy to stop bullying me around.
Okay.
He's been pushing. Hang on. He's been pushing me from the moment I met him. Okay. So I came. I went to the Home Office and spoke to some guy over there who was very pleasant. He was telling me something about this police, or you're fighting to keep the police station, blah, blah, blah. Then I came here. I saw 3 police stations. He's one of them. Coming out. I wanted to ask him a couple of questions. He came like a bully boy. Yeah? This guy. Can you see him?
Okay.
He came like an animal. I'm sorry. That's how he came out across. And then he put hands on me. He detained me. He grabbed the phone off me. Yeah? He said, I'm detaining you under Terrorism Act. He doesn't know which section till now. Yeah? And now he's kicking me off of police
I
ground.
think I explained
Don't talk to me.
Why-
Zip it.
Just be reasonable,
Why I'm
please.
Zip it.
talking
Just
to
be
you.
reasonable, okay?
And then he...
It's very funny how the sergeant here is asking AB to be reasonable when her officers act in such an unreasonable manner. And she's not listening. All she's listening to is what her officer's saying to him. And Let's just look a bit further.
He thinks he should get my ID. Yeah, you're listening, and he thinks that I don't have the right to remain silent. You need to sack him. Seriously, you need to discipline him. Obviously, you can't sack him. Well, I'm angry because he put hands on me.
Can we just have a calm conversation?
Yes, sorry. But you can't blame me for being angry, right?
I've just come to a situation.
Thank you.
Been made aware of. Sergeant Lewis, okay?
Thank you, Sergeant Lewis.
So, you are obviously here taking. I take videos, I presume.
Correct.
Of police videos.
Correct.
Why is that?
Okay, if you ask me nicely, then I can tell you. Okay, which I've explained to him as well.
I'm asking.
It's really strange. Okay, this is what annoys me about officers. The guy's committed an assault in front of 6. AB has actually made an allegation of common assault to an officer about another member of the society, shall we say. Let's forget the guy's a police officer. However, Sergeant Lewis here is investigating AB for possibly doing a crime and not going on the fact that she has 6 police officers that she could turn to as witnesses on the case to say, yes, he said this, yes, he put his hands on him, and he, and the 2 PCSOs who were there right at the beginning when he said, I'm about to lose my temper with you. All of that aggressive behaviour is being completely ignored.
Okay, I'm here
Why is that?
gathering footage for matters of public interest.
Okay.
So basically, that guy, like I said, he told me this police station, they're planning on getting rid of it. I came to just report about that. Just got interest in filming the police station.
Okay.
These are matters of public interest.
I appreciate the
Okay, so you can ask.
public
I
interest,
don't have to
okay.
answer you.
Sorry?
You can ask, but I don't have to answer you. It doesn't mean you're going to grab me and take my ID.
Let's just
This is not
we're
Nazi
having
Germany.
a conversation, aren't we?
Yes.
Okay, right. So,
All right, hang
we
on.
understand-
One second before you cut in. If I grab you now, you will get angry.
yes. I
All right,
understand
that's why
that,
I'm
okay.
angry.
And so,
All right, I'll try and calm down. I will
At that
try.
point, but yeah, let's calm down. Right, so, can you speak to me, look at me, speak to me? So, I would like to know who you are
Yeah.
as you are recording a police
Sure.
premises. What
Okay.
is your name?
You're not entitled to that information.
Okay. But I'm asking you for that information.
Lawfully, I don't have to give it to you. Okay, let me try this one. Can I see your driving license?
I don't carry it.
Okay, can you give me your address?
Well, I wouldn't give you
You
mine.
wouldn't, exactly. I'm not
I don't
entitled.
know
Hang
you.
on. I'm not entitled to that information.
Okay.
I'm entitled to that number you carry
But
there.
as-
That's it.
but
You're not
as an
entitled for my
officer-
information.
As an officer, and if we, because basically you are recording a police
Yes.
So for us, for
Yeah.
me particularly, that has, to me, I don't know who you are.
I know.
You are recording the
I know.
premises. I could. For
You
all I
see,
know,
you're still
could
dealing
be-
with me, not dealing with him.
See, AB's absolutely right. You're still dealing with me. You're asking me all these questions. You're not dealing with the common assault that happens. Now, just take yourselves back a bit, right, guys? Now, you're at Buckingham Palace. You're going to be watching the coronation of the King this year. Everyone's going to have their mobile phones out. Everything's going to go nuts. Everything, does every officer, because they're recording a private building, what about the ones that are by barracks? The Queen's or the King's Guard, shall we say? What about them? Okay, filming the police, filming the army, filming all that. What about the ones outside New Scotland Yard taking videos going, look at me, I'm outside New Scotland Yard. They're not going to know all of that. But this is because police officer has lost a power trip. And instead of her investigating a crime, okay, no matter how small a crime, and let me give you an example of how small. If I steal the crown jewels, that's a big crime. But if I give them back, I go, okay, well, I've just got them. I put the Queen or King's... Oh, sorry, I do apologise about that because we have just switched. I put the King's crown on my head for 30 seconds, which would count as a theft, and put them back in the cabinet. The crime is still being committed, regardless of how small it is.
I'm dealing with you. I'm talking to you.
Yeah, but you're trying to incriminate me instead of dealing with this baboon.
I will speak to this officer at another time. I need to speak to you to ascertain
Okay.
who you are, why you're recording.
All right.
Please.
In this country, in the United Kingdom, we don't have to identify ourselves unless we commit a crime, an offence, or behind a wheel, or driving. That's it. So just stick to the law. Don't take it to if you want or what you want is irrelevant at the moment. Yeah, that's the law. Okay, are we agreeing on that?
But as an officer, and the fact that, for all I know, you could be. I'm not stereotyping, but you could be a terrorist. We're doing a reconnaissance.
Terrorist?
I'm not stereotyping at all. I'm just saying.
Well, he's a terrorist. Look, he terrorised me. Where's the terrorist? There, right there.
Can you not direct my officer, please?
Well,
Incredible. When are officers going to realise, if I've got a camera and I'm facing it towards the police building, the minute you come out and you go onto a public highway, the highways agency are filming you, this person's filming you, that person's filming you, but more importantly, Google fucking Earth is filming you. You know, they can know what's going on from the back, they can see it from the sky. They're not going to waste time doing a hostile reconnaissance in the middle of the day, by the way, and interacting with police officers. There needs to be a bit of common sense that goes out here. But after all, they do say what's common about sense.
I'm sorry.
I'm having this conversation with you.
Because you said I might be a terrorist. I can't believe you actually said that.
No, but I'm saying that because
And he terrorised me.
everybody.
The only body that terrorised anybody is him.
Okay, I'm speaking to you
Okay.
about the fact that you're out
And I've
here
explained to you what I'm
recording,
doing.
Okay, you're recording the building. So my concern is, what are you going to do with that information? That is what my
Okay,
concern
this
is.
information, like I said, I've told you already, but for some reason you keep asking me. I'm gathering footage. I'm recording footage.
Okay.
All the information I gathered later on, I will try, if it's interesting to the public, if I think it's interesting to my viewers, I will put it all together and then upload it online. That's it. It's information.
But
That's it. It's that simple.
What? So do you have some sort of channel that you use?
Yeah, I've told that lovely officer over there. I told him YouTube. Yes.
Okay, what's your YouTube channel? I didn't catch what you said.
What's my YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Now, this is what we call fishing, right? She's fishing for any piece of information you can. So if he was to hand over it now and say, okay, auditing Britain, nose ointment next door, you know, beardy, Mr. Aggressive, my temper's going to blow, be straight onto YouTube looking up also everything about AB. Because that's just how they work. Nosy Parker syndrome. My name is Mr. Police Officer, and I am a nosy neighbour. These guys just never going to learn.
You want to give me my YouTube channel? Yeah,
If you
but
have got YouTube.
this conversation could have been a lot easier if he started like that.
Okay.
But now it's a complaint. Now we bypass all this. What YouTube channel?
So you want to make a complaint?
Yes.
Okay. Well, do you want to come into the station? We can make a complaint.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
Tyrant. Body cam, do not delete it. I will get that footage. I will request the footage. Yes, I will.
So they're telling him he's not going to get footage. Yes, under I think it's a data access request that you can have it. Remember, all police officers and all police stations and all government buildings and all corporate companies under legislation of GDPR, they are data handlers. They should tell you when they're recording and or have notifications up saying that you're recording and where you can get access to that information, because that actual information belongs to you and they are a data handler, so they are responsible for it, but it is their responsibility, not yours.
I will request the footage and I will get the footage, whether you like it or not. I know my rights. All right, thank you.
Okay. But I've got to say, you won't be able to record inside?
If it's publicly accessible, I can. I promise you I can. If it's...
You obviously know quite a lot of the law, not more than I do.
If it's...
You obviously know quite a lot of the law, a lot more than I do. You think? And more importantly, you are charged, with upholding a law you know fuck all about. I mean, let's be perfectly honest. Do apologise about my language. I mean, we've got a lot of officers on these streets that don't know the law. All they know is how to be a bully. All they know is, I've got little person syndrome. I didn't count at school. I was the milk monitor. And now I want to sit there and throw around my orders and write on a piece of scrap paper your name and address so I can leave it on a piece of rubbish pile somewhere where someone else will find it. So, this is about, these auditors go out, okay, and I audit, the auditors go out and they try and find officers like that were giving him, giving AB a hard time. Because they are the people that bring the whole of the police force into disrepute. And they always say, we've got Heightened Terrorism Act and Heightened Terrorism legislation. Do you know what really pisses me off about that? I think the last time a police station was attacked in an act of terrorism was 1972 in Ireland under the IRA bombings. I think that was when it was. Obviously, the officer who's just been hurt recently, just been shot a few times while taking his son to football. We all, wish him a speedy recovery. Nobody wishes any harm. But at the end of the day, don't keep pushing the old gravy boat. And it's always worth reminding them, folks, really is worth reminding them that more police officers, more people die in police custody than police officers die in their active duty. And that's something that they don't seem to like being reminded about.
Publicly accessible, I can record.
But if I take you into a room to take the details in regards to the...
I can record my interaction, believe me.
But
I can keep a record.
Sorry,
It's all about keeping records.
You just wait there.
Yeah. Do you keep the mask or?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Okay. So, you'd like to make a complaint?
Yes, about the officer outside.
Okay.
Okay, so it's important to remember they've been taken into an interview room to make a complaint about an officer, to make a complaint about an alleged assault that actually happened. It's going to be interesting to see this because it's not quite what you'd expect.
So, obviously, in order to make a complaint, I need to obviously more details. So you want to make a complaint online then?
I think so, yeah. Because I'll be honest with you, Sergeant, I'm quite disappointed in your interaction as well. Because at the moment...
What have I done to... you said
because all you've been doing since you came, you've been trying to incriminate me, yeah? And then the next thing, all you're trying to do is get my information. I will not give you my information.
You said you wanted to make a complaint against the officer.
The only idea we give is, no, because you're trying to give my information. The only idea you're going to give is this one. You want it? That's it.
Once again, the children's toys with the letters I and D come out. It's always, when you give a statement to a police officer, there is a statement. It's like an A4 sheet. Okay, it takes down your details at the top, which is right, and then it takes all the incidents that has actually happened, any potential other witnesses, all that sort of stuff that would have been gone through. Okay. It is clear that this is not happening. The lady in her hands, right there, has her police notebook. There's nothing there that is a statement, no witness statement being given and questioned there, nothing. Nothing at all. Very strange.
So it looks like it's a waste of time. You guys are unbelievable, really.
Okay.
You have a very bad officer out there. So I'm going to do it online. You're not going to get my information.
Okay.
I'll stand with that. Because I feel like all you're doing is trying to get my information.
Well, yes, because if you can't get your information, because one, you said you like to make a complaint against the officer, okay?
Yeah.
If you want to make a complaint, then as far as I know, I want to know who I'm talking to.
You don't need to. We can make anonymous complaints. You know that.
But how's that going to help me with regards to taking this complaint any further?
Well, first of all, you didn't try and take anything about what's happened with the officer. All you're asking me is what channel it is, what's this regards to. You're asking information that's irrelevant.
Sir, look,
the point is, your officer came out, he put hands on me, he took the phone, he took all the equipment off me, yeah, for no reason, other than filming, yeah?
Other than filming?
Other than filming.
Okay.
He doesn't like me filming, he did all that, basically. So if I don't like your shoes, I don't have the right to jump on you like that.
But at the same time, okay, you can understand, in the current climate...
I don't understand. The current climate, what? We have COVID-19,
Yes,
we're both wearing masks.
We're both wearing masks.
Well done. That's it. So what current climate are you talking about?
Okay, but we have to be...
You can come and ask me nicely. That's it. He was a bully.
Okay.
He was a bully, not you. I didn't say you bullied me, but he was a bully. But you're just trying to get my information. I can see it. I'm not stupid.
Okay.
And he's absolutely right. No witness statement file in front of her. You know, her little black book, wants to know why she's still recording at a police station. He's given it 7-8 times now. Public interest. Heard the building was being demolished. Spoken to the officers. Approached the officers nicely. And for his methods of being nice about it, poor AB has been hauled over the coals. AB's one of the better auditors out there, guys. There are quite a few. And I love to audit the auditors, although sometimes they do act in a naive way to provoke a reaction. But as well as public photography isn't a crime, but being stupid isn't either.
I'm sure you got it by now. I'm not a stupid person.
I appreciate you're not a stupid person.
All right then. So I can see you trying to get my information. You got your black notebook. You don't even have like a form where I can put a statement. You just got your notepad. So trying to incriminate me. That's what you're trying.
Sir, I'm not.
I'm not doing commit no crime.
We haven't said you've committed a crime, but the fact that you are recording in public building, and we just want to know who you are and why you're recording in public building.
I just told you so many times, but you don't seem to listen.
You're public. Yes, you said you're filming it for public interest to put on I presume YouTube, your YouTube channel, as you said. Okay.
But the more I give you information, the more you ask. That's the problem.
I'm just trying. Yes, I am asking for information.
Exactly. So you trying to investigate me, not your officer.
I'm not investigating you.
So you siding with your officer. That's one.
And that is exactly what happens all the time. A common assault has taken place, and she's more interested in dealing with AB and finding something on him rather than dealing with the problem. Incredible.
Trying to say to you.
Yeah, because
Therefore, this meeting is pointless.
Speak to the officer
Yeah.
to actually find out exactly what happened.
I'll tell you what's happened.
Your side of the story. And his
My side of the story, your officer came out for no reason other than me filming, which is a lawful activity. He put hands on me, he took the phone off me, and he said, "You're detained," so he detained me, he restricted my freedom of movement, he detained me, and he doesn't even know which section he detained me under. You don't tell him it's 43. Yeah? Your officers, not only they're not trained very well, but they're just going around bullying people. You need to retrain them, all of them.
Okay,
Not all of them actually. I take it back. Not all of them. Some of them are quite decent, but none of them interfered and said, "Look, you're doing the wrong thing." They just allowed him to do so.
Okay, sorry, my glasses.
And that's quite scary. I know we get steamy with
I appreciate
so annoying.
I hear what you're saying. I appreciate what you're saying. I will speak to that officer about, the conversation that we've had.
Yeah, you need
and
to.
how he is. And I will look at his body cam footage if he had it on to see what was
Go
done.
ahead.
Thank you for letting me know.
That's okay. But my ID, I cannot give you my ID. I'm sorry. You're not entitled to that ID. You're just not entitled to it.
Are you local or do you just go around different parts of the country?
Again, I will remain silent on that. On that question in particular. You have to respect our right, guys. You have to respect our rights. I told him I don't want to answer questions. He nearly went mad. He said, "I'm going to go mad." That's what he said. I'm going to go crazy. I don't know what's his word exactly. It's all cool.
Well, it was that he was going to lose his temper. Anyway, guys, so that's AB in Solihull. Didn't go exactly according to plan, or did, depends on your point of view. Was assaulted, allegedly, and of course, detained under a terrorism act that he went, don't know what section. Anyway, guys, don't forget, if you ever are detained or ever are approached by a police officer, switch that camera on. Make sure you protect yourselves in the future and try and be as helpful as possible. But remember, public photography is not a crime. And also, if you don't believe you've committed a crime, they have to have reasonable suspicion in every single case before you can prove who you are. Anyway, guys, don't forget, subscribe to the channel. We could always do that. We're going to be auditing an auditor again next time, and I'd love for you to see it. Take care, guys.